Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in his cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, they're listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join? Yeah. Better give me some eggs right now. Join me. Come with me, help me say. I'm so afraid to go home. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn them out. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Tickling me this morning. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Filled with nothing but joy and hope about it, too. You know, it's a great thing to be able to wake up in the morning with peace in your heart and joy. Peace and joy is immeasurable. It has a value attached to it, and I have no idea what it is. It's invaluable. It is worth so much more than any amount of money you can make. Peace and joy. I have not always had that. I have not always been a peaceful person or a person who lived his life in a joyous spirit. It took an arrival at this moment. Some people arrive sooner than others. I wish I had arrived at this point sooner, but I think it was necessary for me to learn a few things too. That's the amazing thing I've learned about life, is that instead of reflecting on your past incidences and calling them failures, instead of focusing on the negative and calling them bad times, I look at them now as experiences. I had to have those experiences that were negative, that were good, positive, wrong, evil. I had to have all those experiences to shape who we are today. We all have to have them. If you look back at all the negative experiences you've had, all the things that you called failures, all the businesses I started that went under, all of the jobs I had that I was fired from, all the shows that were canceled, all of the times I thought I was going to get something happening my way and turned out I didn't get it at all. When you look at all of it, hopefully along the way, what you have done as a person is you've taken those negatives and those failures and you've used them for what they actually are. They are experiences. And they've now created in you an experienced person. And, that is worth something. Then it becomes a positive. But what too many people do is they let the negative things that have happened in their life, they allow the failures that have happened in them lives never to manifest themselves as experiences. And you sit up there and you dwell on it and you dwell on it until you have this woe is me attitude. Stop looking at it like that, y'all. You go through things in order to become the person that you are today. I'll tell you who you sometimes have to sit down and talk to. Sometimes you ought to sit down to an inmate that really gets it. An inmate that says, man, I've actually heard inmates say it to me and write to me. And they've said things like, man, coming to prison saved my life. Now, those of you who have never gone, how can he say a thing like that? But some men know, man, I was so far out there that if I'd have stayed out there, I wouldn't even be here today. This actually allowed me to stop, spend some time with myself and learn some things about me. Now, does that happen for everybody like that? No. But here's a person who has taken an experience that could be considered a failure or a negative and turning it into a positive and using it to enrich their lives. You can do it no matter what your set of circumstances is. I recommend to everybody that you try changing your outlook in order to change your outcome. Everything that happens to you that's negative or you consider a failure, they're experiences. You've got to go through these things in order to have the knowledge that you have today. So I wish that I had come to this arrival that I'm in now, this place of peace and joy. But then guess what? I would not know what I know. I could not share some of the things that I'm able to share if I had not gone through some of them. And sometimes that's the purpose of them, is to teach you a lesson. Because, you know, God has a plan for you. He really, really does. And eventually he can use you no matter how old you are. And he can use you no matter how young you are. If you just say, okay, I'm ready to hear your plan. I've tried mine. Mine ain't worked out. What's your plan for me, God? What do you want me to do? That's why I say every day, Steve Harvey got a radio show, y'all. Cause man, I ain't see it coming. I didn't see that coming. I ain't see this book coming. I ain't seen half of the amazing things that have happened to me. I didn't plan them. I was sitting there, man, asking God for some direction. And then I got smart enough to stay watchful, be a hard worker now, because faith without works is dead. And it came. And I'll remind you of this. God has given all of you a gift. Every last one of you listening has a gift. God has never created a soul that he did not provide a gift to. God gives everyone a gift. And a gift is not just singing, rapping, entertainment. The richer gifts are much more than that. Teachers are gifted people who really have the gift of sharing information. That's a gift. You know, and in that you can become great. You know, a lot of people think that successful and greatness is the same thing. Cornel West said it at my daughter's graduation. He was a spokesperson. He said something so pointed. He said, don't ever confuse success with greatness. The two have nothing to do with each other. See, people determine success about money and fame and all this here. But greatness ain't got nothing to do with your money. It ain't got nothing to do with your fame. It's how you conduct your life. It's how meaningful and significant you become in your community, at your church, on your job, to the Cub Scout unit that you run, to the little girls' lives that you change, that little center in the hood where you just one place of hope to so many people, and they come back. And I used the example of Lou Danzler, who passed away in L.A., who had the Boys and Girls Challengers Club out in L.A., and he wasn't a rich man at all. If you walk by him, you wouldn't even know who he was. But if you look at all the people who have gone on to become politicians, who have gone on to become CEOs, who have gone on to become athletes that have passed through this man's small building in the hood in L.A., he was great. Trust me, man, prayer changes things. I say it all the time. But when you see people become successful or great, there's somebody praying somewhere. May not even be them. Maybe it's their mama. You know, I think of Tiger Woods and all the greatness he's accomplished. You know, they always talk about his father and all this here. Somebody somewhere praying for Tiger Woods. I got cash money riding on that. Tiger Woods' mama is a praying woman or something. My mother was. She prayed me into this place because she used to call me all the time, I'm praying for you, boy. And prayer changes things. It really does. Try it today. It can change you. It has changed millions of people. Open up yourself to the greatness that's in you because God is giving you a gift. Now, the fact that you ain't using it, who fault you think that is? I'm just telling you, you got one. And if you start praying about it, it'll manifest itself. And you can become one or two things, successful or great, or both. you can make the decision today.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Wake up, rise and shine. It is Monday morning. It's Monday morning. That's right. It's the nephew holding it down. Uncle Steve is out, but me and the crew are holding it down. That would be Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Mississippi Monica, and Kia Junior Boy Spades. We are here on this great Getting Up morning. This show was dedicated to all the people who can't put the lotion in the center of their back, This is for them to just be reaching and just can't quite get it. Me too. I can't reach back there like I used to. I can't reach back there like I used to. It's just, there is an area in the center that's just dry. It is. It's just dry. And depending on how your wife or your spouse feel, you might get some lotion on it, you might not. That's just how it goes. Yeah. That's that 23 years of marriage right there. That's what that is. 23.
Okay. So this is about you and your ashy back.
Yeah. My back. That's all about, I like a nice wide back. I like my back.
You've always said that. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why, but yeah.
I don't know why, but something about a wide back. It's just impressive. It's sexy. I don't know. Just a nice wide back.
My neck and my back.
So good morning. Everybody good?
Yeah, good morning to you, sir. What's that?
I'm still Philadelphia. Riding it out.
Taping your show.
Taping Ready to Love. And yesterday, beautiful ladies, I ran the Rocky Steps yesterday. Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
How'd you
got
feel?
video of that?
I'm gonna have it for you tomorrow. Yes.
Okay. How did it go?
It was a couple takes trying to get up there.
Trying to get it just right.
It was quite a few takes trying to get up there.
He did had to cue the music.
Start over. But I ran all the way through the city, passed by a bunch of things, bunch of landmarks. So y'all gonna like it.
So do you like living in the city of brotherly love?
I do. So far, so good. I've enjoyed it. People are friendly and yeah, it's been good. Been good. This week I've been getting ready for to perform at the Helium Comedy Club. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I am really in Philly. I'm here.
You're a Philadelphian.
All right. You're getting acclimated to the city.
What'd you say, Shirley?
I just said he's getting acclimated to the city and starting to enjoy it and everything. That's good.
Correct.
Oh yeah, sure. I walk down the street and I speaking to everybody. They know Tommy is here. So yeah, the police know I'm here. The barbershop know I'm here.
The barbershop.
Yeah, they got a very nice
hair.
Very nice shoes. Hey, I got a beard, okay? I got a beard.
The beard, okay.
Oh, so did you holler at Frank the barber? Our number one listener.
I don't know where Frank at. I don't think this is the one.
Oh, okay. Frank got to DM you. Reach out to you.
There's a great shoe store called Blue Souls. Blue Souls.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm in the neighborhood, man.
Did you find Jalen Hurts? What's happening? Sure.
Hey, Jalen, Texas boy, I'm here in Philly, dog. Yeah.
Yes. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll run that prank back with the nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for the nephew to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
I left my ring. Watch me work. Here we go.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Mr. or Mrs. please.
This is Mrs.
Hi, my name is Dr. I'm actually trying to reach your husband Clarence. Is he available?
Is there a reason you're calling?
Well, I'm actually the surgeon that actually did the procedure on removing his gallstones.
Yes.
Well, listen, there's a couple little bit of things I want to discuss with you guys and see if we can maybe get them rectified. Is he around?
Yes, he's around. May I ask what is this in reference to?
Actually, Miss, when we actually did the procedure on your husband and removing the gallstones,
yes,
I will say that there was a bit of a mistake made, and I'm hoping that he can come back in so we can kind of get it rectified. It'll be actually 30 minutes, and he'll be in and out. But actually, when I removed the gallstones, and I'm very embarrassed to say this, I actually left my wedding ring inside your husband.
You what?
And I understand, ma'am.
Would you say that again?
I say I actually left my wedding ring inside your husband when I actually removed the gallstones. And I'm hoping that he'll come back in so I can actually take it out and he'll be on his way.
Ooh, he's not going to like this. Hold on, let me see, can I get him? Clarence!
What?
Do you know the surgeon is on the phone?
Surgeon?
Yeah, he's on the phone and he said he left something in you.
He left something in me?
In you, and he need to go back and get it.
Hello, Mr.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing? This is Dr. I actually did the surgery on you when you were came in and got your gallstones removed.
I remember you, Doctor.
I will say this, Mr. Clarence. I actually made a bit of a mistake when you were here, and my apology. If I can actually get you to come back in, man, I can get you taken care of. But this is just a big mistake on my part. But when you guys came in and I removed your stones, I actually left my wedding ring inside.
Inside of me?
Yes, sir.
Your wedding ring?
Sir, I know this is crazy, but yes, I have truly made a mistake and want to see if I can get this thing rectified and get this thing taken out. And I tell you, man, I've been without my ring, and my wife is raising holy hell about it.
Yeah. But you know something, Doctor? We got a problem.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm about to go back to work. I really can't be going back into the operating room for somebody to take a ring out of me that they left by mistake. You know what I'm saying?
No. Okay.
I realize your wife might be upset and you need your ring, but at this point, that ring's going to have to stay where it is for a while.
Sir, I can't, I honestly can't allow for that ring to stay there another 2 or 3 days. I don't think you understand exactly what I'm going through. There's no way I can allow that.
Well, that...
You got to go back to work.
Yeah, I got to go back to work, but you know something? I mean, we're talking about a bad, serious problem. You know, we're talking about malpractice. I mean, we're talking about me taking out more time from work when I'm ready to go back. I mean, we're talking lawsuit, all kind of stuff here. We need to get together. Can you hear me, Doc?
No, yeah.
That's right now. He needs to come over here now.
Uh-oh. Okay, my wife's a little upset, too. I mean, I can't get back on an operating table.
Sir, this won't take but seconds to actually for me to snip that thing and get that ring out of there. It won't take but a minute. I mean, you still have the same incisions there. I can go right back into where the same scar was and take that out and keep it moving.
Go back into the same incision. You're going to operate again if you cut me open.
Sir, I promise you won't even know I was there. I'll go in there and take that ring out just that quickly.
Okay, but let me ask you this here. My wife is about to go crazy. I'm a pretty good guy here, but I mean, you left a ring in me. I mean, do you all have malpractice insurance or something?
Sir, we have plenty of insurance. It's really more about what I'm going through at home.
So I'm doing this for you?
Yeah, pretty much here at this point. I mean, no one actually from the hospital actually knows that I'm actually calling you.
Wow.
Got a problem.
I mean, that's a big problem. You said something about malpractice.
No, I didn't say anything about malpractice. You guys actually said that. I didn't say anything.
Okay. Now let me.
I said it's malpractice.
Okay. Hold on now, Doris. Hold on. Well, now let me ask you this here. Every time I've heard of somebody leaving something inside of somebody, it usually ends up being a situation where it sets up infections and stuff.
Well, that's 18 karat gold. That's not going to infect you at all.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but good grief. I mean, I didn't even want to do the first surgery, but I didn't have any choice.
You know what, Mr. I'll be honest with you. I've tried to talk to you and be patient with you. If I got to come over and put some chloroform up against your nose and knock you out in order to perform this procedure to get my ring, then damn it, that's what I got to do.
Whoa, hold on there, Doc. What I'm supposed to be doing while you doing that? Do you hear that? Do you hear what he said?
Yeah, just let him come over. I got something for you. Come on.
I'm not going to stand for these threats, Doc. That's your problem with your ring. Now, up until now, everything was cool. Now you got a big problem. I'm at home right now.
You're at home with my ring. You got my ring.
You can come get it right now.
He out of his mind.
No, I don't have a problem coming right over there to get my ring because I need my ring back.
Let's do it. Come on over.
And I'll be waiting for you, too. You out of your mind?
We got something for you, Doc.
Hey, listen, I don't care what the both of you are doing. The bottom line is that you have my ring.
I got your ring. You just told me I had it, didn't you? It's inside of me. Where it's going to stay.
Sir, I'm not going to continue to go back and forth with you.
You're not going to continue to do anything because you come over here, I'm going to take you out. You already threatened to come over here and put chloroform to my nose, knocking me out to go in the side of my body. You come over here, Doc, you got problems.
Now, tell you what, I don't want any problems out of your wife or out of you about a simple procedure that's only going to take 30 minutes and everybody will be happy after that.
You won't make it back home. Comprendo?
I understand everything you say. I got one more thing I need to say to the both of you all. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
Is Doris listening?
No, not really, because I've already tuned you out.
Well, here's the last thing I need to say to you. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Y'all just got pranked by y'all niece, Peaches.
What? Hear that? I'll be damned. Nephew Tommy, is that you?
This is me, man.
Hey, Nephew Tommy.
Yeah.
I still got your ring.
You got my ring.
I'm an old man. You're messing with my heart, talking about going back inside of my body.
All right, let me speak to Miss Doris.
Yes?
Miss Doris, you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Hey, Miss Doris, I got one more thing to ask.
Huh?
What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm through. I'll be back
All
in a
right,
minute.
Nephew,
I'm through.
You would want to be.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, we have lost another icon, sadly. Texas Representative Sheila Jackson Lee has passed away after battling pancreatic cancer. We'll highlight her life and her legacy. Also, Janet Jackson asked an interviewer to stop asking her questions. Huh? Oh, okay.
Stop asking me questions.
What she's
right
supposed
now.
to do,
right now. Just don't ask me anything.
You get on my nerves.
All right. And a question for you. Were you guys affected at all by the massive Microsoft outage over the weekend? That is all coming up. That is all coming up at the top of the hour. But right now, it is time to ask the Riddalo and Junior. This is from George in the DMV. George says, I'm divorced because, get this, I'm divorced because I was dating my wife's sister for the last few years of my marriage. The sister called and asked to have a threesome with my ex-wife. My ex-wife is all for it, but it seems too scandalous, even for me. Should I do it or not?
What?
So he was dating her for the last few years of their marriage. So he's divorced now.
Okay.
Then the sister called and asked to have a threesome.
With who?
With him and his ex-wife. The ex-wife is all for it.
So the ex-wife...
He ain't got nothing to lose, right?
He's already divorced.
He done lost it all, ain't he?
That part, Tommy.
I mean, you might well go and get in where you fit in, partner. You might well get in where you fit in. Don't nobody turn down
do it or not. So you say...
Don't nobody turn down no threesome. Don't nobody do that.
What?
Don't nobody do it. And we all know each other, too. I mean, hey, we all comfortable. Come on, move around. What you think, Carl? What?
Where they do
it
that?
is what it is.
So they do threesomes with relatives, not sisters? Is that what I'm hearing?
Tommy said
it's
they're
three.
not turning anything down.
It's three. Okay? It's three.
She's doing a threesome with her sister.
Her sister.
And her sister's
Her sister.
ex-husband, which is her
sister.
current man. Am I getting that correct?
Yeah, if they're still together.
I don't understand why we got to relativize this. What difference does it make about the relative? Why
Because
we
they're
relativize
sisters. That's why. We didn't do it. They did.
Listen, sometimes family got to come together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. What?
Yeah.
What, Carl?
Junior?
What is it? What's wrong?
I don't even have a voice, so I can't even speak on it.
Get out of here,
You can't,
Junior.
you
Birthday
sure
boy.
can't.
Yeah.
You can't do no threesome sounding like that.
All I
You sure
know
can't do.
is it's two sisters. That's all I know. They're sisters.
What's that?
Yes.
They're sisters.
Junior, go
Okay,
home.
what's wrong?
You party too much.
What's wrong?
We got this.
They sisters. You can't do this with your sister.
I can't do you all morning long. That's what I can't do.
Get on your nerves.
Tell you what.
In this foursome.
Who is the guy
All right.
whispering? This sound like we doing something wrong. Now go ahead.
Hey man, it was a great birthday weekend. That's all I can tell you.
Get out of here.
We're moving on to Christine in Detroit. Christine says, I'll be 40 soon and my longtime boyfriend is pressuring me to get married. He cheated on me a few times, so I get anxiety when he mentions marriage. He asks if a wedding will keep, he asks if a wedding will keep him from cheating. Should I trust him and get married? No. Go ahead. Tom?
Why is he your boyfriend? Why?
Still your boyfriend, yes.
We shouldn't even be talking about marriage. You need to go celebrate your 40th by yourself. Why are we worried about him? This should have been over with. You're trying to get a reasoning out of this? You're trying to get some understanding out of this? You want to walk down the aisle with this guy? Listen, ain't none one of y'all ready to love right now. Ain't none one of y'all ready to love.
Come on, Riddle.
I got to go on, keep it real. Neither one of you all are ready to love. He can't stop cheating, and is the marriage going to help him stop doing it? No, it's not going to help. He's just going to do it more. Stop. Get out. You should have been out. That's the ready to love answer. That's really though. That's the really though right there.
Okay. And this is a red flag that women often seem to ignore. It's right here. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We be seeing the flag. We be asking somebody. Women be asking people about the flag. They be waving the flag.
Yeah. We see them.
And still want to answer about the flag. You got the flag, Carla.
I mean, the flag sometimes for us ladies, it's as big as the Super Bowl flag, at halftime.
Yeah, with the referee.
Great big old flag.
Great big old flag.
But all
the one where it's got 80 people holding it. That
I'm talking about that one, Shirley, the national anthem one on the field.
On the field.
Giant.
But you know what? We always think we can change a man. We cannot.
Yes, we do.
We cannot. We always think that. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it, Christine in Detroit. Moving on to Journey in Nashville. Journey says, I recently turned 21 and moved out of my mom's house because I had sex with her boyfriend.
Okay. These family members.
Bring that in
what is up with these family members? Come on, keep going.
That Steve talks about. She says he's only 11 years older than I am, so he's better suited for me. My mom is still angry at me over how things turn out. Why can't she let it go?
That's your mama, man. How can you disrespect your mama like this? Y'all don't even value your mama?
Your mom, yeah.
Mama, dog? Mama?
Your
mama, dog? Really?
This is bad.
This is unacceptable. You have completely crossed the line. You really need to go back and get your relationship together with your mama. You need to let this man go and go back and apologize to your mama for the things that you have done. You have just really soiled the relationship between you and your mama. You need to fix that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That part.
You don't.
You ain't ready to love You ain't ready to love your mama, man. Who ain't ready to love their mama?
Right.
Mother and daughter issues.
Come on now. Surely there's some love between mama and daughter. What you did this.
Yeah.
And you want to blame it on 11 years is the difference? That?
Yeah.
He closer to me. He ain't closer. It's your mama man. Leave your mama man alone.
She doesn't.
Damn, mamas can't have nothing.
This is craziness right here.
And he's trifling. He's trifling for sleeping with the mother and the daughter. So what kind of man is he?
He low down.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous, for sure.
Yes. Girl, please.
And
Both
she
of them
ridiculous.
need to
Both
let
of
it
y'all.
Of course.
Yes. Even though you're 21, you should still know better than this. It's your mom.
And let me say this, Junior, you're gonna work this morning. You're gonna do some sign language or something. I'm gonna let people know you silent, but you're gonna do something this morning.
I can't see that. I can't do it.
It might come back as the morning wears on.
It ain't coming back. It ain't gonna be here tomorrow. What the hell you did over the weekend?
You're doing great right now, though, Tommy.
I know damn well I'm doing great. This is my uncle's show. You ain't doing great. That's who ain't doing great.
He was partying.
You ain't ready to talk.
You had those weekends when you were partying. Remember Essence Fest? No. Yeah. Remember that?
I sure did.
So don't go on them too hard.
Hey.
We remember.
I was an incredible host at the Essence Festival back in the day, boy.
Until you couldn't say New Edition.
New Edition.
All right. Thanks, Riddle. Thanks, Junior. Well.
You're welcome.
Junior.
Get out of here, Junior.
Junior, you're going to have to go.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Joining us this morning is Emmy Award-winning journalist and best-selling author. He's also a longtime family member of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Recently, he sat with President Biden for a great one-on-one interview before Biden withdrew from this year's presidential race and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris as a Democratic candidate for president. Let's get more insight on what's going on with this year's election. Please welcome a family member, our boy, the one and only, Mr. Ed Gordon. Ed.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning.
Woo.
You, Ed.
Is it a good morning, Ed? Is it a good one?
Yes.
It got to be. We woke up, but we about to fight.
All right, man. Let's get down to it, brother. I mean, everything that's going on, everything that you've seen. What position do you think we're really in right now as a Democratic Party?
Well, it really is a fight coming up. There's no question about it. You know, I interviewed President Biden last Tuesday. He received a warm reception. It was at the NAACP convention. He received a warm reception there. He had received a warm reception in Detroit prior to that. Here's the interesting part. I think on Tuesday, he fully believed that he was going to stay in this race and was going to fight this out. So between Tuesday of last week and yesterday, that's when the decisions were made. On Friday, there was a lot of buzz. I was in Washington, a lot of buzz about him stepping away. But again, as of Friday, I think he believed it. But when he got COVID, it allowed him to really sit with himself. He wasn't out there. His people started talking to him, and I think they convinced him that there was no way he was going to be able to win. Now, let's take it to where we sit today. It's not a foregone conclusion that Kamala Harris is going to be the nominee.
Right.
She still has to get the delegates. It's not a plug and play. There's a lot that has to happen between now and I think it's 109 days we're at or somewhere in there. So look, y'all, if we are going to move this nation forward and make sure that we do not see another 4 years of Donald Trump, we're going to have to see historic mobilization of the black vote. I think the black vote is going to determine this election. Black women have already, as of yesterday, started mobilizing. Sororities have already started to raise millions of dollars as of yesterday within 24 hours. $40 to $50 million already put on the table. So it's going to be an extraordinary effort, y'all. It's a big fight. It's not going to be easy. It's not a foregone conclusion, but I'm going to assume that she is going to be the nominee.
And Ed, that's one of the reasons. Well, you know, we were at least I was very sad when the president made that announcement that he was dropping out of the race. But what was, you know, after you think about it, what was great about it, he, unlike the other party, put people over party, and he said he did what was best for the country and for the party, for the Democratic Party. And which means his thought process was, we got to beat Donald Trump no matter what. And if I can't beat him, I'm getting out of the race. And I loved, you know, when you look at it from that perspective, it makes it all make sense.
And it's a hard day for him yesterday.
Yeah.
He worked his entire life to become the president of the United States. For him to walk away must be heart-wrenching for him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what else. I know that he's going to sit back and wonder why some of these people turned tail and jumped ship as quickly as they did. And many of them were concerned about their own livelihood. They thought if, in fact, he loses, he's going to drag the race down and the down ballot, as we call it, down. I'm going to tell you guys, historically, he will be looked upon, I should say, as you're suggesting there, Shirley, that he did something for the country and put the personal thing aside. But that's down the line. Right now, again, we have a fight because if Donald Trump wins, and I normally don't say this, you know, politics is politics, and you may not like the person in the office, and you got to struggle through 4 years of policy you may not agree with.
Right.
But this thing is completely different. I know people have heard about Project 2025. It's been talked about a lot. I would encourage you to make sure that you just don't say, oh, yeah, Project 2025. Yeah, that's bad. Find out what it's really about. It's a 900-page document. Nobody's going to read the 900 pages. I'm not asking you to do that. Find some articles, see what's in there. Look, if they could put y'all back in chains, we'd all be locked up. I'm telling you, it's real. It's the truth. They've already told you what they're going to do.
What are some of the things that stand out to you, Ed, in this Project 2025 that we need to really adhere to?
Well, let's look at an easy one, right? You've been hearing about this whole dismantling of DE&I, this sense of not being able to teach Black history in schools, right? We all have heard about that. That's easy. They want to eliminate the Department of Education as a for instance. Mm-hmm. If you eliminate the Department of Education, there's nobody to really oversee what's taught in schools in the way that has been done for decades now, which means that the states will be free to run rampant and really start to teach anything that they want. They've already told you that's not what we want to hear. Mm-hmm. They are putting things in place. They're eliminating DE&I programs. They started with states' rights down in Texas as a for instance. The dismantling of DE&I in higher education is extraordinary.
Hey, Ed, can we just stop right here and take a break and come back?
Absolutely.
We'll do that. We'll be back with more of Ed Gordon on the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Welcome back. We are still here with our special guest, Mr. Ed Gordon, and we are right in the middle of talking about changing of the guards with now Miss Kamala is the front runner for the presidency. And Ed, when we left, you were talking about Project 2025. And,
just very quickly, it's just an effort to turn back the clock, to eliminate all of the gains that we've seen as a people. I sometimes think we get too in the weeds with politics and people kind of turned off. So just think about it as an opportunity for Trump and his cronies to turn back many of the gains that we've seen. And it will really cripple African Americans, brown folk, women, etc. It's real. And for people who say it won't matter, it doesn't matter who I vote for, that saying, F around and find out. Yeah. you about to find out.
Right.
The big question on the table now is, okay, of course we want Kamala to be definitely the person that's chosen. Who would you suggest would strengthen her by being her vice president? Choice.
Yeah, that's $64,000 question, ain't it? You got to figure that it's got to be geographic, because we're really down to about 6 or 7 states that's going to put this over the top again. Not to give a political lesson, but it's really about the Electoral College, which I wish they would get rid of. Mm-hmm. Right? Yes. So some states are already taken care of. Democrats are going to win. California without a doubt, New York without a doubt. So those are already in the bank. It's Michigan, it's Pennsylvania, it's Georgia, it's possibly Arizona. There are a number of states, about 6 or 7 of them. So you think that they're going to be one of the larger states. Shapiro out of Pennsylvania is being talked about, exactly. Gretchen Whitmer out of my state of Michigan. I do not think this country is ready for 2 women, quite frankly, sadly to say. So you wonder about her. A lot of African Americans are talking about Wes Moore out of Maryland. Yeah. I just don't think he's well enough known yet, but look for him in 2028. Unless Kamala Harris decides to go 2 terms. Tommy, it's a hard one because it's also something that's going to be played. Politics is going to be one of those things in back room like they used to do, starting to, decide who's going to be a part of that ticket. That's going to come into play in a way that we have not seen in the last 3 or 4 elections. So I wish I had a crystal ball and could give you an exact name that I really felt. But I think geographically it's going to be the biggest question. And I don't think it's going to be somebody who's really liberal like Gavin Newsom out of California. So it's going to be an interesting, 4 months or whatever we got left. But again, I encourage African Americans, raise your voice. Tell people, call your Congress people, let them know what you want to hear, who you want to see, what you want to do, and really get involved in a way that you haven't. It's going to be about voter turnout this go round. Period.
Okay. So let's do this, Ed. We're going to put a pin in it. We're going to come back and pick up right where we left off, man. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We are back. We are still here with our special guest, our one and only Ed Gordon, Emmy Award-winning, best-selling author, our friend, and he is giving us plenty insight on everything everybody's talking about right now. By Biden stepping down, Kamala is actually been endorsed by President Biden, and here we are. So my last question was, who would be the vice president that she would choose if she gets the nod? And my phone is blowing up, the TV's blowing up all over the country. This is all we're hearing. I guess the biggest thing, man, do we have enough time to do it, Ed? Can we really pull it off?
I don't know. I certainly hope so. It's going to be a stretch, if we're being honest. But at the end of the day, and I was saying this before we hit the break, it's going to be about voter turnout. Democrats are going to have to do what they do. They don't always do it well. Dot I's, cross T's. They're going to have to do this. I was with Stacey Abrams the other day, and she was saying that, you got to keep a watch because you want to make sure that no states are going to pull something crazy and say, well, she didn't have enough time to put her name on the ballot. There are all kinds of things that could happen. But what we have to understand is, particularly in those states, Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Nevada, what they call these purple states, it's going to be about voter turnout. Democrats are going to have to get out there. We need to hold old fish fries and get the vans and buses ready and get people to the polls. And, we have to vote like we never have. And it's become cliche. This election is the most important in your lifetime. We've been saying that for a while. Some people buy it, some people don't. This time, no joke.
This is real.
This is real. And, I don't normally like to ring alarm bells. I'm pretty calm and cool down the line. The house is on fire, y'all.
Yeah. So there's a group that I'm really hoping we can actually get them out. How do we get our young adults, the college kids? How do we get these kids for this to be important to them, to get them to the polls to come out and vote? Because they got numbers.
That we need to sit and talk to them and tell them why. We complain about them too often. Oh, them young kids, they don't do blah, 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 blah. Oh, them millennials. Y'all act like we wasn't like that when we were younger.
We were. we were probably worse.
Worse, because we didn't have social media.
They didn't come with some different DNA. They're young, period. Social media has made it harder on them. They face some problems, we didn't, but every new generation faces new problems. It's really educating them. There are a lot of them that knew nothing about the civil rights movement, knew nothing about the trials and tribulations of black people. Right. They just thought it was cool from get-go. And I understand that because they weren't born back then and they weren't taught the struggles that we've had. So it's really about sitting down with them and letting them know why it's important to vote. And listen, very quickly, I'm sorry, but I understand why they are disillusioned by politics.
Yes.
Politicians, and I'm including Democrats in this, haven't always done what they were supposed to do. And look, y'all, Michelle Obama ain't gonna be the vice president. So let's stay in the real world,
and get this done.
Let's stay in the real world and get this done. So let's talk to your young people and get them out.
Definitely. And I was about to say, Ed, a lot of these young kids, like my son, when he was born, Barack Obama was president. You know what I mean? He don't know nothing else. Yeah.
And listen, you know what else they've never known? If they're 30 and under, and particularly if they're 25 and under, they've only known a dysfunctional world. Think about all they've lived through. Pandemic, wars, Trump. So to have a dysfunctional president once again is par for the course for them. We haven't been teaching them. Some of this ain't right, y'all. Life shouldn't be this way.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Well, hey, Ed, we want to say thank you, man, for chiming in this morning. We appreciate you, brother. Always Ed. A family member, always welcome, and we always want to hear your insight on what's going on, man. So we greatly appreciate you stopping in.
I love y'all, man. I appreciate it. Let's get out. Get to voting, y'all.
That's right.
Get to voting.
Early voting, too. You can do that in many states. Early vote.
That's true. That's right.
Buses, fish fries, barbecues, whatever we got to do.
All right, Ed, we thank you. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today. And the subject is, if he's going, I'm going too. All right, we'll get into that, find out what that's all about. They're going somewhere. We do know that. We'll find out in just a few, because right now it is time for the nephew and today's prank phone call. Nephew, what you got for us?
This right here is Shirley. This goes out to all those cheerleader moms, cheerleader dads, cheerleader parents. This goes out to you all. You know, I was a cheerleader dad. We was cheerleader parents for quite some time with Sydney. And this right here is called Bottom of the Pyramid. Bottom of the pyramid. Okay, everybody can't be on top. Everybody can't be a flyer. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have that base down there. Okay, you know they're a little thicker.
Careful.
Thick is not the right word. They're a little stronger.
Yes, stronger is the word.
Well, look at it this way: they can't fly. Okay, they can't fly. Okay, everybody can't fly.
You about to get canceled by cheer moms.
I know. But they know it. And cheer parents are the worst. Y'all go in hard, boy. At the competition, y'all something else. Y'all don't know how to just sit down and just watch the entertainment. No, you're screaming, you're hollering, you're scaring the hell out your kids. And for you dads out there that can't tie that ribbon in that hair right, stop trying to do that. You're not good at that. They losing points on that.
Yeah, that bow has to be right. That bow has to be right.
If that bow hit the ground, we done lost some points. This right here, bottom of the pyramid. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
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 Yeah, can you hear me? I'm trying to reach Angela. Angela.
Hang on just a second. Let me turn it down. Okay, hi. Who are you trying to reach?
I'm trying to reach Angela. Is this Angela?
Oh, yeah, this she.
Hi, Angela. This is Chip. I'm the new camp director for the cheerleading camp for this summer.
Oh, hi, Chip. What can I do for you?
Just wanted to give you a courtesy call. Your daughter, you got her signed up for 4 weeks with the camp, right?
Yep, for June.
Okay.
Yep.
This is you guys' third year being a part of the camp?
Yep, and she's really excited. She loves coming to the camp, and we think it's a great thing for her to be involved in. What's up?
Okay, you guys just finished the whole cheerleading season, too. Am I right? The competition season?
Yes, just coming off of that.
Right. Okay. Well, we're getting ready for the summer, and everybody's excited about coming out and being a part of what's going on. So here's what I wanted to give you a little bit. Like I said, I'm the new camp director. I was just starting this job. I got a few notes that were given to me about. So I wanted to give you a call and see if I could talk to you about it.
A few notes given to you about.
Yeah, just a couple notes. I don't think it's anything that we can't make sure is okay.
What kind of notes?
Well, it's been brought to my attention that some of the parents whose daughters are out there as well, they're going to be there this summer, are a little concerned about her being on top of the pyramid, that she's is she a little heavy? Should she?
What? Wait. Hold. You calling me about some other parents and saying about how big my child is or how much my child weighs? Is that what you're calling me about?
What I wanted to let you know is we're going to put as a base, or we're going to put her as a...
no, you ain't going to put no base. I done already paid my money. And what you say your name is, Chip? And how long have you been the director? Because I was just up there 2 weeks ago, and they told me that she was going to be in the same position that she was last year, because that is what worked. That's the formation that worked. So I don't even know what you're talking about.
Supposedly some of the girls are complaining that she's too heavy to hold up. So that seems to be the problem in there. They're not getting a strong enough pyramid. And I'm going to take
wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know well she ain't the biggest one out there. Have you been out there? My child is not the biggest child out there. When did you start? Because obviously you have not seen these cheerleaders. It is some baby sumos out there.
Okay, hang on a second. Angela, I want you to calm down a bit.
No, I ain't nobody gonna calm down, because I done already paid my money, and this that I be talking about. What parents? What parents done said something? Is it Carrie?
Ma'am, I'm not gonna state who it is, but let's just say it was several.
Who are these parents that's got something to say about my child and her position on the cheerleading squad? Because if you ain't finna fuck up no names, then I don't understand what you calling me about. I tell you one thing: when she get out there, I done paid my money. She better not be on no base. She better be in the air. I guarantee you that right now. I've been hanging with these all season, and ain't nobody said nothing to me about and her weight and all this.
Okay, Angela, can you hear me? I just wanted you to hear me clearly.
What
I haven't seen these young ladies yet. Once I see them, I will critique what I think.
Well, then you don't even need to be calling me because you ain't even seen nothing. So you calling me with some he said she's from some other parents that's been skinning and grinning in my face, and they now one of these saying nothing to me. They done been in my house. We done had parties over here with this competition every weekend, every other day, and they couldn't say nothing to me about my baby. I tell you what, why don't you call your girls on the three-way, Mr. Chip? If you can't call them on the three-way, I got them numbers. I call them on the three-way.
Okay. Look, ma'am, all I wanted to do is make you aware of the possibility that she may be a back.
Well, thank you. You have made me aware, and I guarantee you that if I bring my big yellow up there and come to the practice, I guarantee you she won't be no base. How much you want to bet on that, Mr. Chip?
Look, you're going to quit hollering at me. Now, I told you I would try to take a look at these girls, but I tell you what, your daughter's going to be a base or she's going to be a back support, whichever I decide she's going to do.
Who in the do you think you hollering at, Mr. Chip? That's not how this gonna go down. No, that's not how this gonna go down. As a matter of fact, Mr. Chip, are you at the registration table today?
I'm here now while people are registering. Yes, I am.
Let me turn this around. I tell you what, I'm on my way up there. Why don't you and them parents that's been complaining, why don't all y'all come to the table and we gonna have come to Jesus meeting about where gonna be for this coming up season? Because I'm not gonna tolerate this. I done told you, I done paid my money, and this high's going down.
That's gained weight.
What is it to you whether gain weight or not? What does that have to do with her cheerleading?
Do you agree that probably bigger than most of the girls on the team?
It's not bigger than most of the girls on the team. Monique's daughter is bigger than and she wasn't no base last year. They hyped up so she gonna get up too. We all just gonna be big and plump up in the air. I done turned around and I'm headed to your little registration table. So you better be ready. You better be ready.
Before you get here, there's something else I need to tell you.
You ain't got to tell me a thing. All you got to do is have you and the parents around that table when I get there, because I'm on my way up there right now. Then y'all can say all y'all got to say in my face.
Okay, well, I wanted before you get here, I just want to let you know.
What?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey.
Who this is on this phone? Wait. Hold on. What did you just say?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Oh. Oh, be God. Oh, Lord. Who put you on?
Rochelle. There's another parent named Rochelle. She told me y'all are good friends out there.
So she want to prank call, huh? All right, we're going to see. The season starts. I'm going to hide her daughter uniform. She ain't going to be able to perform. If that will be looking for hers. How about that? Since y'all want to prank call me?
Oh, man. Hey, let me ask you something, baby. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
None other than the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Come on here. Come on here, somebody.
Love her. Shout out to all cheer moms, cheer dads. I am here for you. My daughter's a varsity cheerleader. Friday Night Lights. Shut up, Nephew Tommy. All-star moms, too.
Friday I love it.
That's right.
All right. Y'all already know the nephew is in Philadelphia. I'll be at the Helium Comedy Club this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There are 5 shows, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 on Sunday. 3 shows already sold out. You got 2 left to choose from. The nephew is in Philly. It sounds like Philly to me. Come on out. Show me some brotherly love. Laying in the cut is Buffalo, New York, Labor Day weekend. That is August the 31st, I will be at the Shade Performing Arts Center, and I'm wearing white. So Buffalo, let's do that thing. Let's do that thing in white. It's the last white before Labor Day. You understand? Come hang out with your boy. The nephew is coming to town. Been a minute since I've been there. I promise you, I'm gonna act a doggone fool. The nephew coming to Buffalo. Yeah.
All right, nephew. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter subject. If he's going, I'm going to. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. If you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, and you never know. It could be yours.
You never know. You never know. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry letter.
All right. Thank you, nephew. Subject: if he's going, I'm going too. Dear Steve and Shirley, I've been married for 3 years and my husband had 2 sons when we got married. I'm cordial with the mom of his 9-year-old son. It's the mother of the 2-year-old that I don't vibe with. Here's why. My husband and I split up a month before our planned wedding date because we were arguing over wedding plans and money. He started sleeping on the couch and we ignored each other for weeks, so we postponed the wedding and he moved in with his cousin. During that time, he met a girl and was having sex with her without protection. She got pregnant quickly and now he has a son with a woman he barely knows. Because I know her because she used to do my braids and she knew I was engaged to this man. After all the drama over her and the baby, my husband and I worked things out and we eloped. Things were pretty good between us until last weekend when he announced that he's taking his sons to Disney World next month. I assumed it was a family vacation, but he said his 2-year-old son's mom had planned the trip and invited his 9-year-old to go. This man knows I'm not with the BS, so I said if he's going, I'm going too. I am not sure how he thought a trip without me would be okay. He said it's best if I don't go because I would be mean to his child's mom the entire time. I just knew he had to be joking, but he's serious. Since I can't go on the trip, I told him that I'll be gone from his life when he returns from Florida. He said I'm being unreasonable and not considering his son. Is he considering his son or his son's mama? You know he's thinking about his son's mama. This whole letter right here is crazy. And how could anyone in their right mind think this is okay? Especially your husband. This is not right. This is not nice. This is not cool what she's doing. Inviting the 9-year-old son to Disney World. This is all a trap, okay? She knows exactly what she's doing. He had a baby on you while you guys were fighting. You were just fighting over money and the wedding date and all that. You weren't even separated or divorced or anything. Wow. And now he's going on a trip with the baby's mama without you. There's definitely more to the story because he's already accused you of being mean to the baby mama. He didn't question the fact that she knows he has a wife and she's trying to drag him down there anyway for what's going to be a family vacation with her. This is wrong. There's no way you should stay at home. You got to go on this trip or no one's going, period. That's it. Or do like you said and not be there when he comes back. You're not being unreasonable. You are his family, not her. You should definitely go because if you don't go, trust and believe they will be working on baby number 2. Okay, Tommy?
All right. I'm convinced.
What?
Everybody got something that you don't have. You need a baby. You need a baby. Because, see, that's why you can't go, because you ain't got no baby. You got to get you a baby. Okay? We got to get you a baby in order for you to get to Disney. You need a baby. All right? I don't know if you can borrow a baby, rent a baby. They might have something called, look up, Google rent a baby. You might be able to rent a baby, Uber a baby. You need a baby. Baby for a day. Babies are us. We got to get you a baby. That's the only way we're going to get you into this Disney park. We got to get you to now. What I do want you to do, because I'm very familiar with this, you want to stay at the animal kingdom. Okay, I want you to know that. That's where you want to stay. You want to stay at the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you ride Soaring. You want to make sure you ride Avatar. You want to make sure you ride all the roller coasters, and you want to get you a guide. Okay, if you now we talking rich now. You want to get you a guide. See, when you get you a guide, you can move around all over the place and do whatever you want to do. And you're gonna ride all the rides real quick. You ain't gonna stand in line nowhere when you get you a
fast
guide.
Pass.
Okay?
Come on.
Yeah, it's fast. But we can't do none of that till we get you a baby. We got to get a baby. Okay, you ain't got time to get pregnant right now and get there to Disney. That's not gonna work for you. You got to get a baby now. So you need to borrow a baby. Get you a baby and get on this. Get your own flight. Get on down there to Disney and guess what? Now that you got your baby, now you can move around and see exactly what's going on. You can see who he's staying with, where they staying at, who's staying in the room with him. You can pass by. You already cool with the 9-year-old mama. You cool with her. So you lean on her. Lean on her. That's gonna be your ride or die. That's your partner right there. Okay. But hold on to what? Hold on to your baby. Keep a baby with you because that's gonna keep you informed. Make sure that baby is old enough to play with either that 9-year-old or that 2-year-old. You need a baby right in there that's gonna be able to kick it with the other ones. All right.
5.
Don't bring no baby that's 15, 16. You outdated yourself. Stay in the middle of that 2 and that 9. You want somebody that's gonna hold the 2 and be able to play with the 9. You need like a 5 or a 7-year-old. Yeah. You need to borrow a 5 or a 7-year-old baby. There's plenty of people who can't get to Disney, who can't afford Disney. They will definitely let you take their baby to Disney, okay? A 5 to a 7-year-old, get you one of them. All you trying to do is borrow a baby for the weekend. That's all you trying to do, so you can get out there and keep an eye on your man. Personally, if my uncle was here, he'd be saying, why in the hell is you chasing this damn man? Hell is you doing that for? He already messed up before the wedding, and you still with him. What is you doing going to Disney? This is when your ass need to be leaving. That's what the hell you need to be doing. You need to be finding a way for yourself. To hell with him and them women and them babies. That's what you need to do. Go find yourself. When he come back, you need to be gone. That's what you need to be doing. Hello.
All right now.
You sound just like him.
Yes.
You can ask the Lord about me.
Yes.
Yes.
All of that.
I love it.
All right, we'll have part 2 of our responses to this strawberry letter. Carla's going to join us when we come back at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's strawberry letter subject is, if he's going, I'm going too. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we're going to recap today's strawberry letter. This is, it's called If He's Going, I'm Going Too. A woman wrote in. She's been married for 3 years. Her husband had 2 sons before they got married. She's cordial with one of the sons, the 9-year-old, but the mother of this 2-year-old baby, she does not vibe with her at all. And she says, she tells us why. She breaks it down. She said she and her husband split up about a month before their planned wedding date because they were arguing over the plans and the money. They couldn't get it together. So they were just mad, walking around, not speaking to each other. He started sleeping on the couch. They ignored each other for weeks. They postponed the wedding. He moved out of the house and moved in with his cousin. So while he was over there with his cousin, he met a woman and he started having sex with her without protection. What?
Stupid.
This is really dumb. Then the woman got pregnant very quickly, she adds. And
that's
now
how it happens. That's how it happens.
It only takes one time. Now he's got a son with this woman and he barely even knows this woman. So the now wife knows this woman because this woman that he had the baby with used to do her braids. So, and the hairstylist, the braider, knew who she was. She knew that the man was engaged, but she slept with him and got pregnant on him anyway. All right. So then they finally worked through it. They worked through all the drama and the baby, and she and the husband worked it out and they eloped. So they are married now, have been for 3 years. And she said things were pretty good between them until last weekend when the mother, the baby mama of the 2-year-old that she does not get along with, I hope you're following me, decided to invite the 9-year-old son and the daddy to Disney World. What?
Yeah.
You know the biggest question though?
What?
Who doing her hair now?
Who's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
that's
hard to
important
find
right there.
A good
That's
braider.
important.
It is. That's
You're
a good
right.
point.
It's definitely not her anymore.
Yeah. But she probably pulling her edges out and everything.
She don't have any
All that patting and scratching you doing now, it's a lot.
She don't have no
tattoos,
edges.
some baby hair around her edges because she has none. Right. That's a good question, Tommy. You're right. So the wife says the husband knows he's not with the BS. He doesn't want the wife to go to Disney World with them because he says the wife will be treating the baby mama bad all the time. She'll be mad at her all the time. Well, of course. Yeah. Of course. You planned a family trip with this isn't even your family. So anyway, she wants to know, she told the husband if he goes and she doesn't go, she will be out of his life when he gets back from Disney World, when he gets back from this trip. He said that she's being unreasonable, not considering his son. And she wants to know, is he considering his son or his son's mama? All right, here we go. All right, Carla, we want you to chime in on this one, too, because I know you have some opinions. So is he considering the son or the son's mama, and is she being unreasonable like the husband said?
No, she's not being unreasonable. There's history with this girl. You had a baby with this girl when they had issues in their relationship, the husband and wife. So he is putting this trip before his wife's needs. And he needs to recognize that. You don't need this woman to take your kids to Disney World. You can take your sons, both of your sons, you can take them to Disney World on your own. Or if you can't, budget, do another trip, do something else. First of all, the boy is 2 years old. He ain't going to remember half of it anyway, the youngest.
Hell no.
I took Sheridan when she was 2. She doesn't remember.
That lets you know you wasted your money there.
Yeah. I mean, we took Tasha. Tasha took her first steps at Disney. Side note, the place really is magical. I said, my baby is really running down the hall. But we were all there. We were working.
For work.
Anyway, back to what I'm saying. No, he's foul. You're not being unreasonable. He's being disrespectful. And he needs to tell the baby mama, you know what you're doing. You know what this is. This is my wife. I can't go on a trip with you and my son, and you're taking my other son. So now she is dangling this trip, especially for the kids. He don't want to hurt his kids' feelings and upset them, especially the 9-year-old. The 9-year-old is on board.
Yes, of course.
With this trip to Disney.
He wants all of it. Yeah.
No, she needs to stand firm, or as the kids say, stand on business, the wife. And put her foot down and let her husband know this is unacceptable. And there's no way this girl, the braider, that's the baby mama, she knows if she was married. She knows if she was married, she wouldn't want her husband's baby mama to go on a trip with her kids and her husband and she not be included. She needs to really check. And she can check the baby mama.
Yeah, she can.
Why we just don't get out of this? You done lucked up. You the one that ain't got a baby. Why don't we just walk away from this? Leave this man alone. Find you a new man and new man and a new hairstylist. Just leave. Leave.
I like it, Tommy. I like it.
A new man and a new hairstylist. Now you're gonna need a new hairstylist first in order to get a new man. But you need a new hairstylist and a new man. Go on about your business. Leave this man.
Stupid. The husband is stupid anyway. He's stupid.
Well, I know we're joking about that. Go find you a new man. But at the end of the day, Tommy, your point is she needs to find a new man if your husband does not have you
honor you,
his wife, as a priority.
Right. All right. Thanks, guys.
Respect, period.
Yes. Leave your comments on today's Strawberry Letter on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM, and check us out on the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app, where free never sounded so good. Coming up next, Snoop Dogg and Tyrese are getting back together. We'll tell you about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, normally we would do Junior and sports talk here, but Junior's out today. But I got to tell you guys,
his voice out. That's what's wrong.
He was here, but we made him go home because his voice.
Because he got a little too turned up
for his
this past weekend for his birthday.
Protect your throat. But anyway, he must have been drinking microwave Hennessy. I don't know what he was drinking. Them burnt your cords up, boy.
All right, so you guys know that we love the movie Baby Boy with Snoop Dogg and Tyrese, of course. Well, if you love Snoop Dogg and Tyrese together in Baby Boy, then get ready for their brand new movie. It's called 1992. 1992 is an action movie. It's centered around a father that gets caught up in a heist while he's trying to save his son from the streets during the 1992 LA uprising after the Rodney King verdict. Woo, I was there then. Snoop said that the year of 1992 was a life-changing time for him musically while everything was falling apart in LA. 1992 is about an LA moment. It will be released in late August in limited theaters nationwide. So congratulations. I can't wait to see that. That should be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, let me throw one in here. I want to do a congratulations to my boy. Y'all know my boy Avery Williams, Professor Avery Williams out of Morehouse there.
Yes.
He had a film that debuted on Lifetime this past Saturday, Abducted at an HBCU.
Wow. Go Avery.
Yeah, that's my boy Ride or Die, man. And I want to give big ups to him. This is the this is the beginning of many. So I think he's already got another job to write another Lifetime film. So Avery's on his way, man. I'm grateful. I'm happy for him.
And he's a good writer. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
good.
a question then, Tommy. So what kind of advice, because you're an actor, you're on television, Avery's got a movie on Lifetime. This is huge. This is big. What kind of advice would you give to anybody that's listening that want to get in the movie business industry or television and they just don't know which way to go? What kind of direction should they take?
That's a good question. First of all, if you're on the acting side, the biggest thing, go get some training. Go get as much training as possible. I mean, I went to college for this, so go get your training, hone your craft, know what you're doing, and really dig deep into really learning every aspect about it. And what you'll be surprised about, they are actors who are the home run hitters that still go to classes. Still go.
Oh, top of the food chain people. Just
you can go and catch Pacino in a class.
Denzel in a class.
In a class. Still honing and still sharpening and sharpening and sharpening. So you can, what they say, if you stay ready, there you go. You want to know what location.
Excuse me, where's Denzel's class?
What time do they meet?
Who is the professor? And is it Denzel Bleak? Is it that Denzel? Because, baby.
Y'all all outside the rehearsal. God.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, a 42-year-old single man wants to know if he should date older women. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, this is from Shahid in Tallahassee. Shahid said, if I'm a gentleman and I tell a female I don't want to have sex with her before I get to really know her, why am I called lame or suspect? This newer generation of females have too much sexual energy. The last girl that I dated was too wild and the sex was raunchy, so it was a turnoff. She used to kiss me on the forehead and get her own towel afterwards. I'm 42. Do I need to find an older woman?
Oh my God. Hey man, nothing wrong with you being classy about what you want and how you want to do it. Don't let nobody rush you into this, man. That's right. And the raunchy is a big turnoff, brother. So I understand. Now, do you want an older woman? They might be a little bit more classy. I don't know, but I think you can. All you got to do is keep looking. Don't give up. There's somebody your age that you will find that's gonna have the same classiness and approach to it, the way that you have it. But don't get caught up in that raunchiness. They're gonna turn you out there. Now it's fun sometimes, though. I'm just gonna tell you.
Don't turn your nose all the way up at it.
I mean,
you like all that sexual energy, huh?
All righty then.
So he's a gentleman. Okay. Yeah, kind of old school in his, beliefs, kind of classic in his beliefs. So, he can feel how he wants to feel, for sure.
Yeah.
He's 42, yeah.
Yeah, those are his choices.
He wants to slow it all the way down, yeah.
Yeah, keep it classy.
Yeah. All right, we have time for another one. This one's from Vicky in Memphis. Vicky says, my husband and I were out of town and our teenage daughters had a cookout while we were gone. We found out when my neighbor's daughter called the police with a noise complaint. The neighbor's daughter fell out with my daughters last year, and she was upset that she wasn't invited. Of course, you know that. We now have to pay a fine for the noise, and my husband is angry. Our teenagers were out of line, but the neighbor's daughter is just as wrong. We've disciplined our girls, but how do we make peace with the neighbor's devilish daughter? Wow.
Listen. Y'all got to be careful now. This Memphis. Y'all gonna mess around and be on first 48 behind not inviting this lady to this party. Y'all should have just invited this lady, because this can get rough in Memphis. It can go a hard left on you. I'm telling you. So be patient, be careful, start apologizing, because you don't want to wind up on TV. I'm just telling you.
Ain't nobody gotta apologize to her.
She was just mad because she wasn't invited.
Okay, that detective lady with them nails, she gonna show up. Keep on now. Keep on. Somebody gonna be missing.
Don't say that.
I'm trying to tell you now.
This is a teenage girl. Everybody was wrong in this case, and the mother,
everyone
recognizing
somebody gonna be in the interrogation room. I'm telling you.
Stop saying that.
Okay, you wasn't invited to the party. That's when you got mad, ain't it? That's when you got, I ain't got all day. I got to get my nails done at 5. Come on, talk to me now. Was you invited to the party? They didn't invite you to the party. They didn't want you over there, did they?
So you was a hater. You were a
So
hater.
you was hating. Wasn't you hating? Yeah, you was hating. And what you did, you called on them, didn't you? That's what started all this. I know your mama and them. You know I know your mama and them. You know I know your mama and them was gone. I know this. I knew when they left. And I knew you was over here by yourself. We're not finna do it now. Come on, confess to me. Confess. I gotta get my hair done and my nails. I'm going out to see. I'm going to flight. I'm having dinner at flight. Don't do this to me right now.
Nobody died.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
This girl is a teenager. She can be checked.
And they're all still
I know you're a teenager, and I know your mama and them was gone. I know that. But what I do know is this right here. You the one started this mess. Then you started. You saw them people partying in that backyard and cooking all that food without you. That's what you saw. Then you look at me when I'm talking to you. Now I'm finna go in. I'm finna go next door to this next room. I'm finna talk to your cousin. We finna get the real deal. You know I'm finna find out.
Cousin.
You know I'm finna find out. You know I'm finna find out exactly what happened, don't you? I'm not playing with you today. I'm not playing. I'm tired. I done dealt with 4 people just like you today. I'm tired. I am tired. Look at my nails. They chipped. My nails is chipped right here. I got to get this one filled and that one filled. And I'm up here playing with you. Come on, tell me what you did. Tell me what you did.
I told you. All right. I think we get it. Coming up in 20 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, we send our deepest condolences to the family of Representative Sheila Jackson Lee. Representative Lee passed away on Friday from pancreatic cancer. Representative Lee served as a municipal judge and a councilwoman in Houston before she was elected back in 1994 to serve Texas' 18th Congressional District, where she served as an outspoken advocate for blacks for over 3 decades. Sheila Jackson Lee's family issued this statement on Friday, saying, "Today, with incredible grief for our loss, yet deep gratitude for the life she shared with us, we announce the passing of United States Representative Sheila Jackson Lee of the 18th Congressional District of Texas." Sheila Jackson Lee was 74. Texas Governor Greg Abbott could call a special election to fill Representative Jackson Lee's seat for the remainder of the term, which will end in January of next year. And definitely our deepest condolences going out.
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely. You know, Carla and Kier Jr., we're out of Texas. So, you know, and Sheila Jackson Lee, man, she was at my, I've seen her so many times when I'm hosting different events, but I think the most memorable thing is just her being at my dad's funeral and coming and giving some words of encouragement and leaving us a flag. And it was just beautiful to see her there, especially when you're on a day like that. You just, very uplifting, man. She was a foot soldier for everybody.
Yes, she was. Everybody.
For everybody.
All right, guys, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for a round of Would You Rather. All right, guys, listen. Would you rather have sex standing up or would you rather have sex on the stairs? Which one's more exciting?
We can stand up on the stairs. I don't care how the hell we doing it. I got balance. I can however you want to work this out. I don't care.
You got balance.
Yeah. I'm going to go with standing up, cause I don't want to fall on the stairs. But yeah, if I got to stand up on we can't lay down on those stairs. No way. So what are we talking about?
So what are the choices? What are they?
Standing up, having sex standing up, or sex on the stairs that you
Okay, so it's just standing up against the wall or something like that, not on the stairs. Oh, okay. I'll take standing
Tommy combined
up.
them.
Oh, Tommy combined them.
I done both of them. What?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, y'all ain't done. Oh, whoa, stop now. Y'all ain't done them two. Y'all ain't done them two right there.
Only
stop
one
that.
of the two. Only one
I
of
said
the two.
standing up. Ain't nobody fall down the stairs. Shit, Tommy, no.
You need to take your socks off and get some grip. What is wrong with you?
We're moving on. Would you rather your wife or your husband, in this case with Carla, see all your text messages right now, or would you rather them see all of your pictures right now? Your text messages or your pictures? Which one?
It don't matter to me. I don't care.
I don't care.
Look at this whole damn thing. I could care less.
No,
really?
I don't care. Let me tell you what
I get your response, Carla. I'm stunned by Tommy's response.
You know how you are about your phone. So
really,
Tommy.
I don't care nothing about you being shocked, Shirley.
I'm stunned. When did this change happen?
I don't care nothing about you being shocked.
Yeah, go ahead.
But let me say this. What I don't want him to look at is my cart from the different apps.
Shopping cart.
My shopping cart.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I don't want him to look at. He can look at the text messages and the pictures. That Amazon app and other apps.
Tommy, who are you? Okay. Would you rather have an itch you can't reach, or food stuck in the front of your teeth? Ooh.
That itch I can't reach is difficult.
It's very difficult. I'm with you, Tommy.
Or
when we
food
started
in your
this
front
show,
teeth?
Well, you can get that later.
I can get that. It's that itch.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't sell back scratchers no more. You know, they used to sell them. You know, you don't have that no more.
All right. Would you rather grow all of your hair back forever, or be 6 feet tall forever?
Well, I'll let Tommy answer because he's bald and shorter than me. Go ahead.
What's going on? Because I show up with hair. Y'all ain't going to know who the hell I am. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to scare y'all.
And answer the height part, too, because you're shorter than me. Go ahead.
I'm not shorter
And his children.
Anyway,
and his kids.
my kids are starting to look down on me. But anyway, I'd rather be 6 foot. That's it.
All right. That's today's round of Would You Rather. Coming up next, our last break of the day, and we'll close out the show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day. Jay?
It is the last break of the day.
All right, Steve.
You know, I often talk about your mental attitude. I'm going to share something with you because it's a way that I was thinking of how I really thought. And I was thinking about statistics and how people use statistics to help them be okay to me with their failure. People use statistics to find a way to describe their lack of movement or they're not being successful or something. Because you got to be careful with any stat that says 1 out of. You know, you ever hear a stat? 1 out of every 5,000. 1 out of every. 6 out of 10. See, and people, if you're not careful, statistics can be very crippling. 30% of the people who do this will wind up that way. And what negative people do, they automatically put themselves into the negative side of the equation. Because if you're accustomed to thinking negative, you will always take the negative side of a statistic. They told me years ago, 1 out of every 2,000 comedians will get on the Tonight Show. So that means 1,999 comedians out of the 2,000 will never get on the Tonight Show. So you know what everybody around me was talking about? Man, we'll never make it on the Tonight Show. You know what I did when I first got in comedy? I hummed the Tonight Show theme song before I went on. Da-da-da-da-da, I hummed it. I never got on it with Johnny Carson. But you know what I got on the Tonight Show? When Jay Leno was on there. But I was already successful. That's the only way I got on it. But see, I never allowed that statistic to enter into my system. It's amazing what statistics do. Be very careful, you all listening to statistics, because they got nothing to do with you. They don't. Stats to me are for people looking for a reason to explain why they're not going to do it or why they didn't make it or why they're not successful. I don't care nothing about no stats. See, the problem is what I chose to do, and let me explain this to you. See if you can get what I'm talking about. Let's look at these two words. Let's start with probability. What's the probability of you becoming rich one day? What's the probability of you being able to have a child? What's the probability of you hitting the lottery? What's the probability of you owning more than one house? What's the probability of you being able to travel like you want to in this world? What's the probability of you seeing 4 other countries before you die? You understand what I'm saying? Once you look at the probability, you are in trouble. Because the operative word in probability to me is probable. It probably won't happen. Well, it's probable, but it ain't likely. That's the problem with it. So I never operate on probability. I choose to operate on another word, possibility. I only look at the possibility of it. And here's the cold part, y'all. If you thought about it for real, listen to this right here. Do you realize that it is impossible to think an impossible thought? Uh-oh. What did you say? I said, do you realize it is impossible to think an impossible thought? So if you thought it, do you not understand that that's possible? Show me one person. Show me anybody that has thought an impossible thought. How can you do that? How? How can you think an impossible thought? The reason you can't think of an impossible thought, because the moment you think it, there lies the possibility. And now it opens up your life. It opens up your realm of thinking. It opens up you to starting to begin the process that anything is possible. Anything is possible. Do you know something? That you could really be rich one day if that's what you wanted. Now, I'm not saying that's a necessity or that's what makes you happy. I'm just using that as an example. Do you know you could actually have more than one home? Do you know that you could actually drive more than 1 or 2 cars? You can have 4 cars. Do you understand that you actually can help change lives that you've been thinking of changing? Do you know that you actually can become a business owner? That you actually can open up that business? You can actually do it. You can actually do it. But you got to fix your mind, because it's possible. Stop looking at the probability of something and look at the possibility. And if you tell somebody an idea all the time and they start telling you why it won't work, stop talking to them people. You don't need them people. I only talk to people when I give them an idea. They go, yeah, man, we can do that. I don't need you telling me how it won't work. The opposition going to present itself in everything you attempt to do anyway. I don't want to hear your mouth talk about why it won't work. I only get myself around people when I give them an idea, they say, yeah, man, let's go. Those are my closing remarks. Ain't no more.
Okay, then.
Have a Christian day.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.